Today, we're rating AI-generated cards. We're going to start off with the Hate Fetish. Is that like Hate Fetish? Is a blue one generic artifact. You may investigate life. How does that work? What, do I pay, like, for every life I pay, I get, like, a clue token, perhaps? They could have just spelled it out for me like that. Artifacts you cast cost white more to cast. I guess that must have been so strong they had to buff, they had to, like, tax our artifacts. But that's no problem, because I can put, wow, how would that work with, like, affinity? Just basically get the Hate Fetish out, then you, I don't know, pay 15 life, put 15 artifacts on the battlefield, spew the rest of your hand. Value of cranial plating is going up, baby! Value of cranial plating is going up. Well, we self-tax ourselves. Actually, hold on, wait a minute. No, we can't dump our hand, because they still cost the white to cast. So, I mean, the card is balanced. So the AI knows how to balance its own card. Because I could, like, I pay 15 life, put 15 clue tokens on the battlefield. But at the end of the day, I mean, Thought Monitor is still gonna cost like a white and a blue around here. Card to donate to people? No! Sounds scary. And it only taxes the artifacts. It was a cut? Started abrupt. Yeah, it was cut. Oh, it did start abruptly? Oh, I have no control over that. Yeah, it's very philosophical. All right, I guess we are going to say yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. I don't know how to say. I guess we're going to print this card. I don't know how to evaluate this card. All right, next up, we got the Hole. It is a green 2 generic equipment. You enchant creature. You control enchanted creature for 3 mana in green. That's better than Mind Control. That's insane. Okay, Corrupt. It's an ability. When Hole enters the battlefield, exile enchanted creatures control. Hold on. Exile enchanted creatures. The controller? So I stole the card and I exiled my opponent. They're gone. If they're not here, I win the game, as far as I'm concerned. The crims I have learned this day. Voice Flown, General Tradura, Vol, Westfold. A lot of generals in the flavor text, in my opinion. You can exile yourself. You can exile yourself. Yeah. I'm gonna exile yourself out of here. I take it, then I exile you. So can I keep the card? Oh yeah, it's a good question. In Commander, if you exile your opponent, do you get to keep the card? Because if they're exiled out of the game, well, I mean, there's no player there. Or maybe they're still alive. Maybe that's a benefit. You exile the player, therefore you cannot attack them. That doesn't happen. Their life total can't change. Is exiling yourself like fate? I guess so. Except it's gone. You don't phase back into the game. Maybe this could be a benefit. I can't tell if exile equals instant win or exile means you're in purgatory. It's only one or the other. I can't win the game anymore, but you people cannot defeat me. You cannot defeat what's not even in the game. I don't even know if they can interact at that point. Anyway, it breaks the rules of the game. I don't even know what exiling a player is. We're gonna shred the damn thing. Island, very pretty. Oh, we got the Hero. The Hero of Curator. It is a black 1 generic 0/1 fairy rogue with trample. When the Hero of Curator enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature of an opponent's choice. If you do, put 4 +1/+1 counters on Hero of Curator. So it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. What the hell is it? Okay, I have the option to let my opponent sack my creature. Like, if they choose. And if we do, we put... They could just sack this one. That would be wild. So basically, okay, so the, enter the battlefield. Would you like to sack one of my creatures? Yes! I will sacrifice your Hero of Curator. That didn't work out at all. Oh, it's another creature. Oh, it's balanced. Oh, actually, that's true. Okay, enter the battlefield. You can sacrifice another creature of an opponent's choice. Okay, so it cannot be the hero. Hero offline. But why would they ever... Okay, I guess that actually works out. So this actually sort of works. You give your opponent the choice. Okay, you want to buff up my creature? You can make me sack one of my other creatures. All right. Rest in peace, other creature in play. We're not long for this world. So it puts them in a dilemma. Buff up this creature versus sacking the other one. That's Zybers. I think that's a pretty cool card. We're gonna print that one. That would suck if you didn't have any creatures. Yeah, then it does nothing. Well, I mean, it can do nothing. I mean, it can just be a 2-mana 0/1 with trample if the opponent wants to. They'll be like, all right, you can have that thing. I don't care. No big deal. Yeah, it's all up to the opponent's choice. The opponent will be put to the absolute dilemma. Are you going to sacrifice one of my creatures? If you do, I get 4 plus I get a 4/5 creature for 2 mana. Is it worth it? Or is it not? The choice is yours. Choose wisely. Or it could be your last. Anyway, I think that's a cool card. It's Zybers for me. I mean, you can't force anything. It's just like, you know, generally, this is like the Vexing Devil of black creatures. I don't even know how this goes wrong for your opponent anyway. When the opponent must sack a creature, enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature of an opponent. Oh, we choose. The card keeps going deeper. You may sacrifice another creature of an opponent's choice. Okay, so I basically declare, I'm going to sacrifice a creature. You have to do it. Oh, then the card could be broken. You could go like turn 1, I don't know, what is that, wolf? Something wolf. The one with Undying, and then you just force your opponent to sack that thing. Yeah, we choose to sacrifice that they choose the creature. This card is just worded so weirdly. Like, they don't word Magic cards like this. There's not a single card out there that's like this. Young Wolf, that's right. That's a combo. Okay, the card is broken. I don't know. I don't even know if we can print this anymore. Maybe? No, it can't be broke. It's like strong early on in the game. It's just a big beater. It's like a Tarmogoyf. It's fine. It's Tarmogoyf with trample, basically. And you have to sack a creature. Yeah, they choose a creature, but only if you have the hero. They must pick one of their own? Huh? Hold on. Oh my god! Oh my god! So if other people have a creature, they might have to sacrifice that one? You may sacrifice another creature of an opponent's... No, but we are sacrificing. It has to be ours. They choose a creature, but we have to be... We're the ones sacrificing it. So we can't force our opponent to sacrifice a creature because we're not sacking that one. It's complicated. You know, this card is complicated. It's not an easy one. Yeah, another, so they can't make you sack it. Doesn't say you control. I can't sacrifice someone else's creatures. You can make someone sacrifice their creature. I can't I have to sacrifice my own creature of an opponent's choice. All right, well, anyone in the comment section, you feel free to clear up on that card. Okay, we got the Obstacote Sanctifier. It is a Dimir X. 1 generic. Classity Instant. Sorry, Glassity. It's like a glass cannon card, I guess. With an activated ability, it is a white 2 generic. Target player gains 1 life. So you have infinite mana. It's funny we have X in the casting cost, yet we have to still pay. We still have to pay the activated ability while it's on the stack. Chaos absolutely ensues. Well, no, it's not that chaotic, in my opinion. It's a new card type invented. The Glassity Instant. You'll never know. You'll never see it coming. What is with the picture? This person's in like a suit underneath their robes of some sort. Instant, that's an enchantment too? Not really. I know it's an instant with an activated ability. They exist, you know. Have you ever heard of, what's that called? Lightning Storm. That is a instant with an activated ability. And yet again, the X is pointless. Not pointless, remember. You can play around like Chalice of the Void stuff and stuff. Yeah, activated ability on instant. It's not the first time that's ever happened. That is a real effect. It can happen. We have Dimitri with the super chat. Thanks so much, Dimitri. I'm donating for specifically a vanilla creature basic land exclusively. Well, I can't promise that. Please ignore any abilities. That or a card with a card text that's Yu-Gi-Oh level. With your, well, the way donations work on AI shows is we get to just look at one extra card when the show is over. So we will see an extra card when it shows up. Hero of Curator is worded like 98% correctly. Chat doesn't know much about Magic, it seems. Well, neither do I. I got it wrong 3 times. Steven says, the Demir making fun of the Orzhov saying you would only gain us 1 life if we teamed up. I don't know the lore well enough. That's a late day. Yeah, vanilla was yesterday. Alright, it is actually perfectly legal outside of the Glass City instant. But I guess that's just a different type of card type. Just like, I don't know, Merfolk instant or something like that. The Obstacote Sanctifier. Crimson Angel, a white 1 generic 5/4 vehicle. Alright, let's everyone get in. Let everyone get in the Angel. Let's fly. Crew 1, that's broken. Devour 8? What is that ability? As this enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This creature enters the battlefield. It's not even a creature when it enters the battlefield. Anyway, this creature enters the battlefield with 8 times that many +1/+1 counters on it. You may sacrifice any number. Holy crap, that's insane. I mean, you're probably not gonna have. I mean, hold on, that could be crazy. Turn 2, a token generator. Crimson Angel, I don't know, sacrifice both, then it becomes like this unstoppable +16/+16 creature. Oh, it can get big quickly. I mean, just even ramping into this thing with like a Birds of Paradise. Turn 1 birds, turn 2 Crimson Angel. Put a, what is it, a 13 power creature in play. Next turn, just crew with 1. This angel is strong. This is a one-shot machine. If it can. Oh yeah, well, yeah, no flying. That's true, actually, no flying. Well, I mean, those wings weren't made for flying. It's got wheels, sort of. I don't see the wheels. Picture is a flavor fail. It's a bee. Oh, it's Shield of Lord says it's a big. Dies to enchantment removal, clearly bad. Dies to a braid, fair. Yeah, dies to, what's it called? Well, what, meltdown? Dies to meltdown, everything. Yeah, at common. Well, there's so many answers these days. Well, I mean, it makes sense. I don't even, to be honest, I don't even know how broken this is. Maybe it's broken. I think it's okay. I'm not thrilled with this. I don't even know. Would this be modern playable? You still have to crew it. Everything. Well, I can't say everything kills it. Like, Lightning Bolt and Unholy Heat aren't even going to kill this thing if you sacked a creature. You know what you could also do? In response to this thing entering the battlefield, you can just kill the 1 creature that's in play. But I guess if there's multiples, it's a problem. I'm going to give this a pass. If I'm crazy, you just let me know. Greasefang just got a new target. Oh, yeah, that's true. Could you sack the Greasefang in response? I guess not. Can't do that. Yeah, it's very fit in the current MTG power creep. Okay, next up, we've got Nixon. Formant is a white-green 2/2 creature with Juglons of Flying. As long as you're the second kin, blood become until holds all creatures have you win. For do you? Now that's Chaos Ensues. That instant with the activated ability, that's nothing. This is Chaos Ensues. We also check a look at that picture. I don't even know if there's juggling around here. Well, give me a second. Damn, lawnmower in the background is driving me nuts. This is draining my blood. Yeah, what are we tossing a bunch of blood vials in the air? As long as you're the second kin, blood become all holds, all creatures have win. For do you? Just make sure you're the second kin, and everything will turn out all right. The doctor is horrified by the chaos that ensued. This feels more like flavor text. Yeah, I mean maybe. Maybe the AI got its actual card and flavor text all mixed up. I am the second kin. How do you even describe that in a game? If you're the second kin, second of kin? That's a reference to, like, you know, where you stand in the family. I don't get it. Makes as much sense as banding. It does. Yeah, for do you? In the artwork, it looks like something's going to explode. It might. Well, I mean, I don't... This guy better catch them all, or something is going to explode. Okay, absolute failure! Chaos ensued. Does not Zyber. Moving on to... Common Kalisk Blood Party. Is a black-white 2/2 vampire. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may pay 3. If you do, create a 1/1 blue Tyrannid creature token. It becomes Commander! Commander? So what happens to my regular commander? Like, what if my token dies? Does it go to the command zone? Can I play it for like 2 mana? Because clearly the token doesn't have a mana cost. It has a mana cost of 0. TJ liked the sound of that. That is epic. That is weird design space. I mean, couldn't they just make a commander? Couldn't cards make a commander token? And it, like, I don't know, has partner or something? You can return the tokens to the command zone easily. The game becomes commander. That's true. Yeah, we could be playing modern or pioneer or standard. It's commander now. I mean, it always was ever since the companions existed. Yeah, I guess it's like a double token. Commander tokens in commander, yes. So they can also count towards your commander. The background got better. Synergy with all those cards that work with commanders. Oh, that's true too. Yeah, like there's some equipment that will have a cheaper tax if it's a commander. So this 1/1 token, it's a commander now. I guess the commander is this little thing over here. This little gremlin that we made. There are cards like commander creatures you control. Exactly. Well, you also swipe commanders, right? So you can swipe other people's commanders, but now we're breeding commanders in some sort of, I don't know, the commander pet house. If you have your commander on the field, just got better. Yup, we can have several of them. Well, I guess it's doable. I don't want a Tyrannid to be my commander. I'd prefer a Space Marine. Alright, you go for it. Some people want a blue Tyrannid. Whatever. This looks like a baby out of Alien or something. It's a baby alien. Alright, moving on. We got the Black Outcast. It is a green-black 2 generic. Aura, you enchant the player. At the beginning of enchant player's upkeep, that player reveals the top card of their library. If it's a creature card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. What? What is going on here? Don't I get to cast their creatures for nothing? And all I have to do is enchant the player. They reveal the top card of their library. Well, it's not their draw step, so yeah, that's incredible. I can cast someone else's creatures for nothing. So if you have Sensei's Divining, Sensei's Divining Top is sort of an out versus this. So they have to make sure that the top card is never a creature. Well, it's not a free creature every turn. I mean, if they reveal a land, instant, sorcery, artifact, you get nothing. You only get the creatures when they reveal them. I mean, there's a fair chance to just draw a non-creature, and then you get nothing out of it. This is possible. Cast on yourself. Oh, there we go. There's the tech. Pokemaster figured out how to break this thing. And now, is it actually broken? I mean, this is a repeatable, like, show and tell almost every single turn, but you have to, like, stack your deck every single time. Casting creatures at upkeep. Absolutely. Dimitri's like, dear lord, am I afraid of this in Timeless? They might pull out Emrakul at any second. The large blue enchantment to this is like 7 mana mind hack enchantments, yeah. Dan Man says, let's go. Actually, getting to catch a stream. Oh, welcome. This is Call of the Wild without mana investment. It's very similar to Mind's Dilation, but only triggers once during the upkeep. But every upkeep. Also, you might want to give yourself extra upkeeps. There are cards out there that do things like that. It's a super gamble unless you build around it or super high roll otherwise. Not, you know, between the, you know, like we got Sensei's Divining Top, we have the Surveil lands, we've got Scrying. You could easily stack creatures on top of your deck. You could Brainstorm. I think this card is very powerful. I don't know if it's broken though, because it is a 4-mana card. I mean, if you're putting creatures in play for free by turn, like what, turn 3? So not really, you cast this on turn 3, but you'll have it active by turn 4. I think it's okay. I think it's very, very cool. It's very strong. It's powerful, don't get me wrong. It's not the most broken thing ever. Christopher Ellis, thank you so much. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Let's keep these going so we can finally get Wizards to print the unmastered AI draft boxes. One day, Christopher, one day. I have no idea what it would take. Like, they should print this stuff. It'd be, like, way better. It'd be way better than the what's it called? The unglued stuff? They're doing pretty hot with the Unfinity stuff. I think it's an interesting set, though. They would get so much backlash, though. Wizards of the Coast introducing AI-generated cards, also with AI-generated art to fit the flavor. Because why would they get real artists to do art on AI-generated cards? That would be so weird. But they would get completely destroyed. They would get so destroyed for doing that. Yeah, draft AI should be called unintelligible. I mean, you could make a set out of this. You just make sure you just handpick all the ones that make some sense. Okay, Hero Angel of Shortcutting. It is a red-blue, 2 generic, human warrior with 6 loyalty abilities. And only 1+. It has only 1+ ability on here. Okay, the only +1 is this. It starts at 5 loyalty, +1. Search your library for a basic land card, put onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Okay, it's not bad. That's actually a good one. It's like ramp. The Angel of Shortcutting. You're shortcutting your land drops. Blue ramp, and in red. Okay, -5. Destroy target artifact. It can't be regenerated. That's a hefty cost. So you could actually sink. It's 4 mana, has 5 loyalty. It could be a 4 mana Abrade or Shatter or something. -3. Hero Angel of Shortcutting deals damage to any target equal to the number of non-basic land cards in your graveyard. That is interesting. Very interesting. -9, which is like impossible to pull off. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. Oh my god. Man, you'd have to be really desperate in order to go for that -9. You have to not want anything else. What the hell? This is just -3, draw a card. This is basically the same thing. This is -3 works with the channel lands. -3 just works in general. It's like it's a strictly worse -9. So instead of exiling the top card of your library, okay, you have 2 options. You could draw the card. You could also play the card because you still have to cast it with mana. And you can keep it for forever. Or, alternatively, you could reveal the card to everybody, exile it, and you have to play it this turn. And if you don't, it's gone for forever.
No! God, please, no!
So, I mean, I think they meant Channel Lands works with the first -3. Channel Lands? Exile top card of your library. Or, sorry, draw a card. Oh, the first -3. That's true. Yeah, Channel Lands work for the first -3. -2, creatures you control will get +2/+1 until end of turn. Not bad. This is a wild card. I'm actually surprised you could put 6 loyalty abilities on it and it's not broken. This is probably, I think you can print this card. It's not good. It's like 4, they literally could print this card. It's probably unplayable. I mean, I don't know, maybe some blue-red deck wants it as a mana ramp, because I mean you do go to 6 and you're starting to ramp there. Kirk is like, print it! It's going straight in my deck. Here's my money. To be honest, I think the only thing people will play this for is for the +1. I mean, I guess you can cash in from -3 on the right turn. Remove the -9, it kind of makes sense. There are some cards that might give you a benefit if they come from exile. Some cards. Common Planeswalker. Well, look how terrible it is. The +1's not bad. It's like 4 mana. It's like basically a 4 mana ramp spell. You're probably going to get another ramp out of it because it goes straight to 6 loyalty. I can get behind this card. It's pretty cool. It's a little convoluted, but it's pretty cool. Put a land on the battlefield once per turn. Is it not good? Is it good? Well, is it? I think it's good. Okay, we got the Spark Water Elemental. What is this? A cockroach? It is a... with wings. It is a red-black 2 generic 4/4 insect druid. It's companion! Your starting deck contains an opponent. That is impossible. Okay, Sparkwater Elemental's power is equal to the number of enchantments you control. What does that even mean? Yeah, it is, I like this. It's undoable. Like, it's... I can't have an opponent in my deck. Also, I think the fact that it has 4 power overrides whatever it says here. Because I don't have the star in my power for it to be conditional. Yeah, Mario.exe. Is opponent a creature type? I don't know. Well, the question is, can I, even if my opponent was a creature type, could I put my opponent in my deck? I don't think so. That is hard, but not impossible. Just steal an opponent's soul into a card. Ah, the Yu-Gi-Oh way. Need to ask opponent what kind of card they would be and then print it. Maybe you need to have a changeling on the deck? I don't think so. This card is just absolute nonsense. Chaos ensued a little bit. It's holding its opponent in its hand. It's even on a card. Oh yeah, it's right here. Just like Pegasus held the card of Kaiba. New mechanic. Rivals where instead of a companion, you have rovals? I don't understand that. Screw this card. It don't make sense. Sorry, Insect Druid. We got a green vampire. You don't see green vampires. Are there any green vampires in the game? I don't think so. I don't think there's a single green. I'm probably wrong. There's probably like 4 or something. Okay, Ao Mano, Engines of Bomb. I like that, the Engines of Bomb. When this engine starts going, you start hiding. Okay, we have a green 3 generic 2/5 vampire. When Ao Mano enters the battlefield, choose target creature you don't control. Destroy that creature! Exile all non-token creatures that player controls. It's basically a board wipe. It's basically a board wipe. It is well, it's one-sided board wipe if you're playing one-on-one. If it's 4-player, it's like, well, you're wiping out one person's board. Yeah, L's in chat for the one person. Legendary green chupacabra. Yeah, legendary green. Yeah, it's basically legendary green chupacabra that is a board wipe against one opponent. Destroy target. So you have to make sure. So the key is make sure all your creatures have hexproof so that none of them can get destroyed. Because I think it's really contingent on destroying that first creature. Then you exile all non-token creatures that player controls. Also, not very good versus the token decks. Okay, like you know you could build around this thing. It doesn't ever choose a player. It chooses the creatures. Meteor is like, that's fine for. You know, you're probably right. It is fine for 5 mana. It's not even It's not even like farewell or anything like that. Cyborg Gaming. Imagine your opponent gives their own creatures hexproof before it comes down, so you have to choose yourself. Ooh, you could be right. Very, very. That is super true. Hey, what happened here? There's a mistake. Oh, wait a minute. I know what my mistake is. Okay. No, I made another mistake. My music's all screwed up. Sorry, everyone. It's our sponsor. Okay, first off, we're passing this card. It's a great card. I love it. Print it. I love the Aomano engines of bomb. Kablooey. All right, you hear the music. That means it's time to thank our sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com. Deal of the week this week, by the way. Save 15% off all accessories, deck boxes, sleeves, binders, and more. Not only that, you can pre-order your Modern Horizons 3 singles. Those singles are gonna be hot and fantastic. I gotta pre-order my cards. I gotta upgrade my Merfolk deck. And this is the place I do it, at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget, if you want to upgrade your Commander, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, not Pioneer. Modern, Legacy, Commander, Vintage. You can do all that at FusionGamingOnline.com, getting those Modern Horizons 3 cards. And don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Playtest every single format imaginable. Also, you can play at a casual level. They got a tournament practice area. Play as many times as you want, basically for free. And your deck is just going to cost you. Or you rent the deck using Mana Traders. You could support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_OKM. And back to insanity. Oops, I still have this music screwed up. I have a system for my music. It's all backwards today. Everything's backwards. Okay, let's go. waiting for matchers to get those AI cards. If only. We got pretty wastes. Okay, we've got a masterpiece, Rook Doorguard. It is an X artifact beast. We have a beast artifact. Looks like City in a Bottle. This actually looks like a really nice card to own. It's probably just going to be useless. X, put a booze counter on the Rook Doorguard. Tap, sacrifice the creature, scry 1. This is very, very, very weird. So it costs 0, because you can pay nothing to put this in play. It is not clear what the booze counter even does. I'm getting a little tipsy around here with all these booze counters on here. Card, don't get drunk, card. You've had enough to drink, Rook Doorguard. But then you can tap, sack a creature to scry 1. This is probably honestly harmless. The booze counter equals take a shot. Dimitri with another super chat. Thank you so much. Also, quick question for Nikachu. I'm trying to get into paper magic. There's a good suggestion you have for a white player. You could play Pioneer. There is a mono white humans deck that you could play. You could play, I don't know if there's a white deck in standard, but Pioneer for sure. Go look for a Pioneer tournament. Go look into mono white humans. Bribe the door guard with booze. I guess that's how you do it. Anyway, there's no discussion about the flavor. Well, anyway, one of these abilities is completely redundant. I mean, there are some cards that are like, animate this card, it gets +1, its power and toughness are each equal to the number of counters on it, and put a bunch of booze counters on your card. Let's see, works. Oh, I was trying to do a tie for the first sponsor. Oh, you can also play at FusionGamingOnline.com, or as they are known in the brick and mortar, Fusion Gaming. You definitely can play your decks there. Visir doesn't tap, but yeah. Oh yeah, this is strictly worse Visir. This is okay. I guess it's balanced. Visir for everybody, and also can be drunk. As far as I'm concerned, the booze counters. Nothing wrong with some booze counters, all right? You might think they're redundant. They're very cute. I like the flavor. Rolls your dragon. What the hell is a white instant? Target player becomes the exiled card. Does this go with that companion that we saw earlier, where like our opponent has to be in our deck? Amass zombies 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on an army you control. It's also a zombie. If you don't control an army, you put a 0/0 in play with a +1/+1 counter on it. What is with exiling the players these days? Yeah, you're a card now. Look at this wizard just basically like taking over this poor teenager or something. Fusion Gaming has no locations in the United States, but they will ship internationally, so you can order cards. Can't order sealed product though. So deck boxes, sorry, sealed product, sealed boxes, booster packs. They can't send that overseas. For reasons only Wizards knows. Because Wizards said so, I think. Well, it actually got reminder text for the amass. They did it right and everything. Quidizzle says print it. This is just bizarre as hell. Target player becomes the exiled card. So there was one card that says exile the player. We're exiling players like this is just a normal thing. Yeah, you're exiled. That's all. You can take no game actions. Yeah, I'm with Will here. Screw this card. Shred the damn thing. Does not Zyber. If you ever want to turn your opponent into a card, now you can. And then what's the stats? Do they get to decide what the card is? Oh my god. Okay, Forgotten Tabernal. The Forgotten Tabernal is a black 2 generic 3/3 zombie with no abilities. It's just a vanilla creature. Except for Raging Scour, the black 1 generic sorcery adventure. Choose one. Raging Scour deals 1 damage to any target. Destroy target enchantments. That is that is incredibly unusual for a black card. There's a hard color break over here. And return target card from your graveyard to your hand. There's another color break. This is like that. So it's for black 1 generic, we have disenchant of some sort. We have regrowth, because I can get any card at all. And it's I don't know if what 2 mana deal 1 damage does. Coffee and Buns like, print this thing. My deck needs this. I need it today. Yeah, disenchant and vanilla 3/3. Honestly, it's pretty busted. Black already has enchantment removal, though it's sacrifice. Well, or you take damage. Yeah, there's Feed the Swarm, but Feed the Swarm hurts you. All right, this one doesn't hurt you. This one actually saves you life here. I could save a whole 4 life on my life insurance. If I only got insurance with Forgotten Tabernal, with the Raging Scour. I mean, it's basically kicker. I mean, sort of. It's like divided kicker. They like to look at it with flashback of some sort. You can play the front side, and you flash it back from the exile zone for an actual thing. Yeah, it's not a sorcery. Oh yeah, you're gonna make it seem okay. Yeah, it's like sorcery speed disenchant, but still, it's still regrowth. It's regrowth, people. You could like demonic tutor for this thing, replay demonic tutor for I don't know what. For something. Well, anyway, I don't think it's broken. I mean, maybe it's broken. It's like a very good card, though. Have you ever considered make a deck with only AI cards? No! I know everyone else considers that, though. Everyone wants me to play with an AI deck. I think that's insane. And who am I going to play against? Myself? I heard you guys have, like, online leagues for this. That sounds like absolute insanity. Halo Elemental. It is a red 2 generic 7/1 insect warrior. Another insect today. It's got flying. Whenever a votes for flying. Whenever a non-token creature you control leaves the battlefield, you may pay for. If you do, create a 3/3 red dragon spirit creature token. Again with flying. Pay for life. Add double black. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, it has to be broken. It absolutely, it's danger. So how much life can we sacrifice? We can sacrifice like 38 life to get, how much mana do we get out of this? We can do it, we get 20, we get about 20, not 20 mana. 18 mana. 18 mana. Mike the Red is like, yes, yes, yes. Oh, you can make this your commander, too. That's absolutely beyond even more broken. It's like, commander tax? Ah, no problem. I'll just pay a bunch of life and then just recast it for nothing. Yeah, 36 life equals 18 mana. Dark Master MTG is like, absolutely not! This is a terrible card. And yeah, that's without the life link. If it had life gain, oh my goodness. This just completely take over games. At least it has one, oh yeah, one defense. It has one toughness. Yeah, you could just basically gut shot the thing to death. It's gonna, yeah, that's why they printed Orcish Bowmasters, people. That's why they printed Orcish Bowmasters, so that they can print busted stuff like this. And then it was like, we'll just give one toughness, and it dies to Orcish Bowmasters. Also dies to Doomblade. The art is great. You know, I'm not a fan of the stained glass type of art. It does not vibe with me. It dies to the last card. What was the last card? Oh yeah, Forgotten Tabernal. Yeah, this might. Does it destroy? Oh yeah, deal 1 damage to any target. Yeah, in this draft environment, you need to draft your Forgotten Tabernals so that you can kill your Halo elementals. Get those Tabernals, people. You absolutely need them. It dies to sleep. It dies to everything. Now this is pay 4 for 2 black. Absolutely. Yeah, oh right, the Forgotten Tabernal beat the Halo Elemental. Or will it? I mean, okay, well, come on, let's be serious. You play Halo Elemental, you pay for life to add double black. In response, somebody plays Forgotten Tabernal, this Raging Scour, to deal 1 damage. But with that 1 damage on the stack, I'll pay for life to add double black. I'll pay for life to add double black. I'll pay for life to add double black. I mean, you're screwed. You're absolutely screwed. Just addle the man in response. It's a worse Carrick, to be honest. Oh, is it? Interesting. I've never played against Carrick, so. But mana is mana. Manas is manas is manas. Oh yeah, sorcery speed anyway. Oh yeah, that's true actually. If it's my turn, the Halo Elemental would just completely take over. Oh, thank you so much for another super chat, Dimitri. I really appreciate it. This Halo Elemental would be fun in a deck like my strategy, which is lifelink, gain life, get +1/+1 counters, and then smack face, and then of course use that life to get more mana, which can give more counters, which will just kill everybody. I have no idea if this is broken or not. If it's a worse Carrick, then it's fine. Is this I don't know, is it broken or what? Like, if it's a worse Carrick, then that means it's fine. I was under the impression this card is ungodly powerful. And when it leaves the battlefield, you can pay 4. Oh, sorry, when a non-token creature you control leaves the battlefield, you can pay 4. You may pay, and if you do get a 3/3 out of it. Smack face. No, in AI Magic, the rule is that we have to attack exiled card. Yeah, we have to attack exiled players that are our card. To somehow get them back onto the battlefield. Not baseline broken, but it could see some combo. Okay, let's just be careful. We're shredding the damn thing. To the rank with you. Gildan Kid Rapker. It is a black 4 generic 6/7 dragon. Sacrifice Gilded Kid Raptor. Add black white red green red black green black white red white. What was that? 12 mana? Yeah, it was 12 mana. Whenever a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it dies. Well, let's not go any further. How much mana is that? Like, we netted 6 mana off of this. Yeah, wait, why in that? It probably had no particular reason to be added in that order. But, so basically, once you get to 6 mana, you get 12 mana. That's crazy. Whenever a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Except it's a 0/0 construct artifact mana with mana value X or less. Doesn't it just die immediately then? I think it's just dead. It's literally a 0/0 construct artifact with mana value X or less. It's funny, Surefire Cell's trying to interpret this thing. It must mean something. BWRR. It's like burger. Free. Yeah, it's free TB. That's true. Yeah, whenever a creature with a +1/+. So, if your hardened scales creatures are dead, then congratulations, you got yourself a free ETB. In fact, if you have something in play that gives artifact creatures +1/+1, they would live. Double ETBs and the death triggers. Could copy the triggers ETB? You could. You don't get any blue mana, even though the AI knows what color to leave out to balance this card. That's right. You gotta keep the blue players in the dark. They don't deserve ramp like this. Never. Unless they have to bend their deck backwards in order to make it work. I have a feeling. So, like, what is the most powerful ritual in the game? Because what this effectively says is 6 mana, add 12. That's exactly how I'm interpreting this. It's just 6 mana, add 12 mana. Like, 6 mana, add 12. So you basically get, like, a net an entire 12 out of... Sorry, net an extra 6 out of this. This is infinite mana with a leader that gives +1/+1. Maybe. This is too strong! But better than Iron Crag Feet? I don't know what that is. Well, of course everyone desperately wants it. You know who wants this most out of anyone? The dragon players. Though you can't have it. It's too broken. Also interesting, it's a dragon that doesn't fly. Even though it looks like it's part of the cosmic universe. Ooh, we got Kozilek. Kozilek's showing up on the show. Kozilek, Primal Serpent. He become a Sneck. It is a Sneck Crucial. It is a black-white 4 generic 4/4 haste, undying. That's interesting. Kozilek, Primal Serpent's power and toughness are each equal to 1 plus the number of attacking creatures you control. Again, they're doing this. There's like a theme on today's show. The power and toughness is like not static, even though we literally have a power and toughness here. Oops. What else? Players can be exiled. What's its power again? I don't know. Power and toughness are each equal to 1 plus the number of attacking creatures you control. So what, it changes? Maybe it changes upon attack. So it starts at 4. And then maybe it can get even bigger or smaller depending on what you attack with. It's a 1/1 outside of the attack phase. That's not really how I'm interpreting it. Quidilzel's like, this is crap. Shred it. So this creature gives you attacking creatures. I don't know what the hell this card does. As far as I'm concerned, it does nothing. It's a 6 mana haste creature. Yeah, it should be. I think the way I'm looking at it, it changes on attack, but it's a 4/4 outside of the attack step. So once you attack, it like becomes different. So if you have a way to silence its text, it transforms into a 4/4 creature. Definitely. How can this be anything when it's not attacking? So Kozilek's power and toughness are each equal to 1 plus the number of attacking creatures you control. Oh, I get it. Oh, you know what? Maybe you're right. I think you're right, actually. So, like, before we attack, we have 0 attacking creatures. Therefore, it's a 1/1. And then when we attack, then it gets the buff. You know, I think that's right. This card's a little bit weird. I think we can print it. Okay, Orzhov players. We can play with Kozilek. The snake. The snake. Saber-tooth weird. Well, that's weird. It's a black 2 generic god. It's a 5/5 trampler. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, tap all lands you control. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not good. It's like a massive downside here. Yeah, Rancor. Where's Rancor? Rancor is like, why? I think a lot of people are asking that question right this very second. Like, why are we playing this card? Yeah, this is like a 90s Magic the Gathering card where, you know, you'd have a big creature for like 4 mana, and there has to be a downside. So in this, who does this apply to? You! Yeah, tap all lands you control. All of your lands, all of them. Winter Fox, thank you so much for the super chat. definitely look at extra 5 cards. Just to suffer? In some sense, yes. I mean, hey, sometimes you need a 4-mana 5/5 Trampler, right? And like, you only play at sorcery speed. I mean, this ability is only bad if you have like instants in your deck and that you want to interact on your opponent's turn or something. But that's right, you play them, or you don't have to play lands. Okay, everything of just keeping it in your hand and using channel effects or something. You know, you could build your deck with like channels, double-faced cards. You know, so you can play a creature instead of playing your land. Give it to your opponent, and sack a fetch land in their upkeep. I guess so. Mana burn doesn't exist. Just tap all lands for mana before playing. Well, yes, but it's awkward. Like, what if you want to play something on your first main phase, but you want to hold off on something on your second main phase? Or you want to play something on your opponent's turn. You're in mono black. I guess you could be just like, ooga, ooga. Play creature, smash face. But like, you know, it's not a tactically good idea. Kosaku, I finally caught another stream. And it looks like this thing is cool. If an enemy has something that ruins untapped lands. You got that right. Man, this plus mana barbs, that would be just absolutely terrible. It passes, though. It will not go to the Urank. Can watch from the outside of it. Jace! Illusion Jace. Jace. Fedge. Oracles. Adverster. What the hell? I thought that's like an advertiser. Okay, we have a blue-green, 1 generic. 4 loyalty illusion. +2, proliferate 3 times as long as Jace has a loyalty counter on it. Which, I mean, I can only activate the ability if it has a loyalty counter on it. What's everyone's like in danger? What are you talking about? Is it that broken? 3 mana. It's not even 3 mana. Do nothing. I mean, look. Actually, hold on. So does it like go up to? It's not even +2. It would go straight to 9, right? It just goes straight to 9. Because we go +2, we proliferate 3 times, so we add the loyalty counters on it. That's wild. It'd be really hard to kill this illusion. Inflect 3, that's right. You get hit by 1 infect, you get a hit again. Yeah, infect got some help with the Jace Fedge. Print it, yeah, some people want it to be it's so funny, like proliferate. It's like a complete nothing ability or mechanic in competitive Magic, but like Commander players, they absolutely fear the crap out of this thing. 3 times proliferate is a pretty strong in a Planeswalker deck. Oh yeah, that's true. If you play a Super Friends deck, okay, I'm on with you. Actually, this card could be broken. In a Super Friends deck, this would be absolutely busted. Yeah, like, it would just be impossible to deal with all the Planeswalkers. I would hate that. You get Teferi out, you go minus your Teferi, and then proliferate 3 times, so you can, like, you can minus turn 3 Teferi every single turn. That'd be miserable. Burn it, it's broken. You know what? I'm actually leaning to that. Like, okay, to be serious, turn 3, like, let's say this gets ramped out into turn 2. Nothing can kill this. It's going straight to 9 loyalty. You can easily, like, it can take a huge shot to the face. You can take 2 shots to the face. More broken than Oko? I think Oko individually was better, but like this in combination with other cards, I think is going to be insane. How many ultimates would be enabled in 2 turns? That's a good question. You know, play new Planeswalker, play Jace. Ultimate immediately. Immediately. Oh man, this game is going to be over before it even gets started. You need a Jace though? You need anything. It's fine. It's funny, most Planeswalkers, they ultimate after like 3 activated abilities of their plus. So I think we could very easily make this work. Okay, broken. Yeah, it danger. I agree that it's an it danger card. This is called Agai Hearts. It is a white 1 generic 2/2 fairy wizard with lifelink and flying. Tap unexile target land. That is a neat mechanic. We are unexiling target lands. We're unexiling cards. So cards, if you go from exile to, I don't know, back to the battlefield, or maybe they should just go back from where they came. So if they got exiled from the graveyard, there's a graveyard exile zone. If they got exiled from the battlefield, there's a battlefield exile zone. I also think that's doable. Well, so far. Okay, when a guy hearts attacks, create permanents equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on a guy hearts. Okay, that makes no goddamn sense. I create permanents? Like, what kind of permanents? Like, yeah, can I make any permanents? Anything at all? Could I just spring something out of my butt? Or is it like a token? This is a permanent. It has no mana value, it has no card type, but is a permanent. It's not an artifact. You may sacrifice a permanent, you may target this permanent, but it does absolutely nothing. What does it do? Nothing. It does more nothing than Null Rod. A guy went to proliferate their booze counters at the end. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we can proliferate the booze counters. Probably an alchemy card conjuring something. Yeah, probably. It's for alchemy. I like that. Unexile target land. It's gotta be equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on a guy. Elixir's like, lap cheaters be like, I can already create permanents. I don't need, and I also don't need to unexile cards. They're all on my lap. It's just a permanence, it's just a permanence, and you can name with them whatever you want. Well, in that case, it's just broken. Like, if I can just, if I just put 3 +1/+1 counters on this, and I could just conjure anything onto the game, then, I mean, that's just, it's just insane. It's absolutely insane. Can you target an exile? Well, we can now. You may not be able to see it, but the Agai Hearts can. Alright, this guy was a little bit bonkers. Next up, we got the Nether Rusher. It's a blue 1 generic 1/1. It's a spirit. Pay a blue. Counter target spell. That's, what the hell? That is wild. It is a literal counter spell on a creature, and its activated ability is blue. It's funny, you know, we've been doing these AI shows for like a year and a half. We've never seen a card like this. Fling Zybers. Sounds like, yeah, sounds like a typical blue spell. Pay blue. I only have to pay 1 blue, and I counter your spells. Yeah, it's another rusher. Oh yeah, you have another spell? Well, I've got another rusher. I got another one. I guess that's why it's called the Nether Rusher. You got a spell? I got a counter spell. You got another spell? Another one. And another one. Another one. Yeah, this is Magic Power Creep in 2030. I could totally see them printing something like this too. Kirk is like, no, burn it. Send it to hell. But burn it with fire and gasoline as much as we can. Zip, technically it's at 3 mana counter, in the sense that, yeah, you have to cast 2 and then hold up the blue. Easy enough with like Soul Ring or something like that. Turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 the Nether Rusher. But everyone's gonna gang up on it, make no mistake. Make sure you have a lot of blue mana up. You need enough blue mana to compete with all the people trying to go pew, pew, pew. It's a small creature. I mean, it's as small as it gets. It's a 1/1. It's pretty small. Dark Master says, I vote for death. Death to the spirit. Doesn't even fly. A non-flying spirit. Pathetic. Unplayable. This is a blasted Glenalendra. Hey, Glenalendra. Oh yeah, actually, you're right. Actually, I do have to spend spend mana on Glenalendra. Funny stuff. Yeah, it doesn't die to bolt if you have the mana. That is broken. What the hell? I just got here. Oh, yeah. Well, welcome to AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. Where the cards either don't make sense or are barely playable, broken, or sometimes are doable. Okay, next up. We have another instant. We have a red. Sorry. For a green instant, we have Wild Chastitation. You may pay red 1 generic and add red. Oh, that is fantastic. I always wanted to filter my mana like that. So what is this? So we have the... I can convert a green, red, and 1 generic into double red. Okay. That is incredibly niche. And I lose a card out of it, by the way. I do lose a card at the same time. You don't filter. You pay twice. You may pay red. Oh, I am paying a ton and I'm getting nothing out of it. Oh, I didn't even read that. Yeah, no, you can pay. You may pay. This just basically sabotages me. It's like I thought I was gonna get some mana out of it. Honestly, I wasn't even gonna get a lot of mana out of this. I was gonna spend 3 mana to get 2 red back, and now I realize no, I'm spending 5 mana, and I'm getting absolutely zip. Yeah, this card is a paradox. You just got fooled. Yeah, the game is laughing at me for putting this into my draft deck. The opponents are like, no, read the card twice. You don't get double. You don't get nothing. You have the option to pay that much, and then that's it. Flexes on your opponent. Yeah, putting a complete potato in your deck. Just show them that you can actually pay for it. You can pay the 1 green just to cast the spell. You can. We gotta build Storm some way. Does this help Storm in any way? No, it's just still 1 spell. Pay 2 red for tax reasons. Yeah, it's absolute trash. It's absolute garbage. Anti-mana burn tech, yeah, like the AI's looking at the old rules and the old cards. This is like a way to soak up the mana that you're being forced to use. Wait, hang on. Wild Chastitation is actually just homework. You'd think that it is only 3 things, but all 3 things have 4 other questions about those same things. Probably the weakest AI card so far. No, the weakest cards are the ones that don't make any sense. Like, you can't even read them. Reading them is just beyond useless. Okay. Anyway, this card is terrible. I'm not even gonna give it doable. I don't even think it's doable. Okay, with this. Oh, Kirk. Surely with this, the fleshes have been reached? Actually, were the fleshes reached? Did anything exile something from the graveyard? Maybe. Well, we're like, I don't know if the fleshes have been reached. Maybe the fleshes have been unreached. The fleshes get reached when something gets exiled from the graveyard, specifically a land. Does anything exile from the graveyard? No. Whoops. Went too far. Went too far. Spoilers. Okay, now for every super chat that we got today, we're going to look at an extra one. So, Moment of Binding, brought to us by Dimitri. Thank you very much. Whoops, this one. That was the super chat that did it. Thank you very much for your Moment of Bind, for the donation, so we look at this card. Okay, this is a red 1 generic sorcery. Moment of Binding deals 5 damage to target creature, and 3 loses the game. What? You mean 3 creatures? 3 loses the game. I specifically 3. Look, 3 is here on the card, just tearing their eyes out. And you get to draw a card. What did 3 do? Yeah, I don't know if 3 did anything. All I know is 7, 8, 9. If anyone got that. The number 3 in general has lost the game. Don't be named 3, I guess. If you're named 3, you're in a lot of trouble anyway. Yeah. Mother effer named 3. What is 3? Apparently a creature. Sort of looks like Oh no, it's not a donut. It's literally a 3 wrapped up in a lot of rope, and it's got a basketball here. It's the moment of binding. Yeah, a little bondage action. We got bondage, but not kissing. Well, yeah, I wonder if there's going to be any kissing in the AI-generated world. Their standards are not the same standards as Wizards of the Coast art direction. Yeah, 3 can't play ball. 3s can't jump. Okay, moment of binding deals 5 damage to our creature and 3 loses the game. Makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. 3 bullied 9 for being too square. Oh, interesting. All right. Next card is brought to us by Christopher Ellis. Thank you so much for your super chat. And for that super chat, we're going to keep the show going with the Mistform Scrollhead. It is a red 2 generic 0/0 human warrior with the Oops from the Oops set. Oops! It's got flying. When Mistform Scrollhead enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put onto the battlefield, then shuffle. And then it dies immediately. It dies immediately. Like, it has no point. Well, I mean, it's basically red ramp. It will enter the battlefield. It won't stay for very long. You basically need you need a human lord out that gives all your other humans +1/+1, or a warrior. Actually, warriors might do that. Warriors might do that better. There's like warriors that give all other warriors +0/+1. Okay, I have been the greatest favorite of the flames. I can tell me of them. Nicobolus. Don't know why Nicobolus is on this card. Red ramp that triggers dies effects. Is that important to you? Do you need them death triggers in red? It kind of makes sense for a red card, sort of. The image kind of fits the flavor, I think. Yeah, basically you're going to be born into non-existence. Welcome to life. It was over very quickly. Could be good in some kind of reanimation thing, maybe. Like what, reanimating this from the graveyard for more ramp? Well, either way, it's doable. There's nothing illegal about this. There's also nothing broken. Sounds actually like something Nicobolus would say. I have been the greatest favorite of the flames. I can tell me of them. Sounds like he's talking to himself. Okay, next up. We've got Wimmer. Wimmer is brought to us by Dimitri. Thanks so much for your super chat, Dimitri. There's a green 4 generic saga, and it's got on go. What kind of saga is this? It doesn't even have any levels or anything like that, or chapters. On go. It's a blue Dimir 1 generic. A basic additional mana, has cat's colors, tribal. At the beginning of your upkeep, if this creature would deal damage to a player, if it made this turn, you may pay black 1 generic. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. If it has no +1/+1 counters on it, create a 2/2 black pirate creature token with trample. Otherwise, you may exile it. Now that is chaos ensues. Yeah. Holy keyword, Batman. And what the hell is going on here? We have a cat and a pirate in some sort of bowl of green soup shrimp noodles. Doesn't mention cat. I guess, like, you know what? Like, the AI art generator, it was reading this card and was like, what the F is this thing? What is going on here? It even put question marks on the card because even it was confused. It must be thinking, wow, we're not really generating in the right direction if this is what the AI is making. My former predecessors are insane. Or maybe I am too primitive to understand. Hey, at least the AI explained what ongo means. Yeah, it's very convoluted, however. Does this saga automatically die? I think you're right. It has as many or more chapter counters as it has chapters, which is 0. It has 0 chapters and has 0 chapter. Yeah, so it basically gets sacrificed immediately.
No! God, please, no!
So for that matter, the card is useless. Reading the card does not always explain the card, apparently. Well, especially when it's something like this. Especially when it doesn't make any damn sense. None whatsoever. Okay, next one is going to be brought to us by Dimitri again. Thanks so much, Dimitri. A lot of super chats from Dimitri today. We got Paragon of Protection, bland. What is that, colorless? It's like Circle of Protection, nothing, bland. I want nothing. Okay, it is a green 1 generic instant. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If you attack this turn, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. If the spell was kicked, it deals 3 damage to any target. And it has a kicker of a green 1 generic. I think this literally can be a real card. I'm really surprised. So many cards, so many words on this card, and it literally makes sense. So a creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Then if we attack this turn, we get a 1/1 servo. If we kick the card for 4 mana, we deal 3 damage to any target. Cool. So a little buffing action, a little zapping action too. Should be red, otherwise fine. It should be, oh, the kicker? That'd be interesting, actually. Yeah, it could be the green side. That would be very playable, actually. Favor doable, but does not Zyber, says Blue Ash. What do I get if I pay additional mana? Nothing. Oh, it says kicker. You may pay an additional green as you... No, it just says, yeah, it just says you pay that as you cast the spell. You don't have to. It doesn't have multi-kicker, so you can only pay it once. So 1 shot, 1 blow. 1 shot, 1 kill. Okay, next up. Winter Fox says, we doing 5 more. And we're not going anywhere until we do it. Okay, so here's the first one. Power your Oncomb. It is a 3 mana artifact wall. When Power your Oncomb enters the battlefield, you draw a card. This is a wall without any power toughness, so it's not going to be blocking very much around here. But it's got Hellbent. So Power your Oncomb's power and toughness. Oh, it's called Power your Oncomb. Yeah, power and toughness are each equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. Cool. Then, so when we have no cards in hand, because that's what Hellbent means, its power and toughness will be each equal to the basic land type. So it can be at best a 5/5. Each non-land card in your hand perpetually gets +1/+1. This is like a real card. This is just a real, it's complicated, but actually makes sense. Each non-land card in your hand perpetually gets, so yeah, perpetually. So even my instants and sorceries get +1/+1. I always wanted to buff up my sorceries. Would this be legal without the star? I have no idea. You know what? I'm willing to give the AI a break on this one. I'm willing to give the AI a break. I think it's doable. Might even Zyber. It's literally a 3 mana draw card, and then when it's Hellbent, you can start swinging in. It's good for a multicolor deck. God of the Impersatage, whatever the hell that means. It's a black 2 generic, 3/4 God, Vigilance and Trample. God of Impersatage can't have back. It can't have back. What the hell does that mean? God of the Impersatage can't have back. What does back do? Maybe he wants something. He can't have it back anymore. Yeah, no back. Not creature though. Can't back up this card. Yeah, I can't give you my back. Can't have back. Can't be a doable card. No flashback, no buyback. Yeah. Okay, maybe that makes sense. Yeah, you can't flash it back. You can't give it buyback. What other back mechanics are there? I'm willing to go with that interpretation. Okay, only one trust for the fight. The edge of Kamigawa's forces stir the wind, and a wise that we change the apocalypse. Azori, sage from Nightmare. Impersonatage. I am Zeus. Athena. Really? Yeah, I know. He's more of an impersonator than anything. Azori had a prophetic nightmare, I guess. Back cannot be in the card's text. I have no idea. Gaudied impersonage can't have back. No junk in the trunk. It can't be turned upside down. At least the creature type makes sense with the name. Oh, because they think they're a god or something. Can't have back, can't come back, whatever. Anyway, well, because of that wording, this is a bit stupid. It's so intriguing, though, at the same time. Like, on one hand, this doesn't make any sense, but on the second hand, it's so simple, it should make sense. It should make sense, but we can't make sense of it. Oh, well. Was that the first of the donation? Yeah, I think it was it the first? Yeah, I think it's the first. Okay, second one. Second to 5. Shepherd of Gremond is a black 2 generic. Black 2 generic. It's a saga. Chapter 1, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Chapter 2, also each opponent sacrifices a creature. Chapter 3, each player discards their hand, then draws a card for each instant and sorcery card in that player's graveyard. Oh, good God. Good God. Now, mind you, it's going to be a while before they get this thing out. I mean, it's 4 mana and then 3 more turns, so definitely possible. But whoever has, like, a lot of instants and sorceries is going to, like, draw a ton of cards off of this. Interesting. Doable. Maybe 1 mana too cheap. That's probably okay. Played in Shieldred decks? Absolutely. Meteor Storm says Storm Feeder. It could be. Is Storm really a problem these days? I figure Storm is, like, not the most broken thing anymore. Especially, I mean, maybe that's how you build Storm now. You have to put the Shepherd of the Gremond in the deck. Alright, cool card. We're gonna print it. Okay, next up we got the Harper of Blumd. It's a land. Tap to pay for life. Oh, that's great. That's exactly what I was looking for. A land that does not add mana, that basically deals damage to me. You know what? I can't be certain, but there was probably an era in Modern where this was playable for the Death Shadow decks. Like, I wouldn't say it was good, it'd be good, but definitely playable, because they wanted to reduce their life total super fast. It's slightly better than going fetching and shocking. And you can do it every turn. Another is for light. Finded to Ridning Stone, we will do more. Aronti Doctor, mana safeguard. Wasn't there some sort of guard early on in the show? Overpowered Shred. I'd rather fetch than play this in Death Shadow. Death Shadow got 4 mana in 1 land. Better than Mishra's. I guess so. If it added colors, it'd be really cool. It would be interesting. It would be interesting. Well, it's doable. Okay, it's doable. You don't have to play the card. There's probably some deck. It honestly looks very similar to a card that they would have printed in, like, 1994. They're like, maybe this is good for some deck out there. Maybe. Anyway, okay, moving on. This is the Scheming Heart. It's a blue 1 generic 2/3 troll. Inniprecation, just assist. You can have a creature card in your graveyard. That's good. You know, I didn't think I could have creature cards in my graveyard. We will prevent the world between us. It's like, is this insinuating, like, there's some cards out there that would never let your creatures hit the graveyard? That would be an interesting card out there. It's a 2/3 for 2 mana common. You broke it off color. Yeah, it's a pretty big creature for blue. Hey, power creep, people. Spheloon of Sea and Sky is a 3/4 for 3 mana. Does this stop Leyline of the Void? Oh, that's such a good idea. Yeah, you can have a creature card in your graveyard. Yeah, so maybe this is anti-Rest in Peace tech. Anti, so instead of putting, like, some sort of enchantment destruction in your Dimir Reanimator deck, you just put the Scheming Heart in your deck, and then all of a sudden, creature cards can go to your graveyard again. From any part of from any zone. Yeah, it's probably a counter to Rest in Peace. You can't exile it. I have the Iniprecation just to assist ability. And I can also attack in for 2 damage a turn. That's neat. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can print this card. Okay, Reaper's Favor. It's a 5 generic, 5/5 egg. It's got the egg has trample. What egg is so dangerous out there? Why does this egg look like it's like some sort of timepiece on the inside? Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you may put a non-creature artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. That is awesome. I think, finally, we gotta punish people drawing cards. You want to draw 2 cards? Do you want to take that gamble? Do you even know what this is? It's gonna do you in. You don't even dare. And then you can even force people to draw cards, too, with, like, Windfall and stuff. Windfall, Time Twister, Wheel of Fortune. This could go in any deck! It's Reaper's Favor here. It's an egg. It's a legendary egg. You can actually make this your commander, too. Jess says, how do you decide which card works when they contradict each other? Like, card says all cards, graveyards are gone, exiled cards instead, and a card that says you may have a creature in your graveyard. Timestamps. Timestamps, Jess. Usually whatever comes out last takes precedent over the card that was there before it. It eggs! Yeah, let's crack. You gotta crack some eggs around here. Yeah, legendary balance. Yeah, just in case we have, like, more than one and put, like, more than one. Like, this interaction seems insane. Just, Wheel of Fortune. So you, like, Wheel of Fortune or Time Twister. So you refill your hand. You're gonna have something to put on the battlefield. Non-creature artifact card from your hand. So yeah, we can put more creatures. Sorry, we can put more artifacts onto the battlefield. It would make an omelet. Just needs +1/+1 for each egg you control, and this would be a real cool commander. It is already a cool commander. Okay, next up we got another one from Dimitri. Random, but would a player phasing out then back in count all cards they have as entering the battlefield? No, actually, they do not, because phasing considers that you are still in play. You didn't go anywhere. You're treated like you're not existent, but you did not enter the battlefield because you already entered the battlefield. But with that comment, I'm gonna take a look at another card. The Artful Machine. It is a 2-mana artifact. When the Artful Machine enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 white warrior creature tokens. Sacrifice a creature. Create a 3/3 green centaur creature token. What the F is this? Basically what it is, it's 2 mana, put 12 power on the battlefield. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. We've done the math. Yeah, you had 4 1/1s. All right. And then you have, and also you can sacrifice all your future creatures for 3/3s. Basically, you can upgrade everything that you play from like 1/1s into something insane. Yeah, token supremacy, the token players. Also infinite sack triggers too. Yeah, you have a free sack outlet here. Oh yeah, also it's just a sack. Yeah, you can sack a 3/3. So basically infinite ETBs. Oh yeah, that's super broken. How many other ways is this broken? Yeah, you can sacrifice the 3/3, get a 3/3. Sacrifice the 3/3, get a 3/3. Trigger them ETBs. Scoot Swarm time, baby. Free sack outlet, 4 free creatures to sack, 1 turn possible. What the absolute, yeah, what could go wrong? Imagine this got printed by Wizards of the Coast. Oh, the outrage from people. How could you let this thing get printed? Yeah, it says you make 4 1/1s. Well, it's an illusion, Mordrick. It's an illusion. There were 4 4s the entire time. You get 4 4 creatures. Oh, sorry, you get 4 3 3 creatures. Always had them. You can also turn your 0. Yeah, you can turn your 0/1 goats to a 3 3 centaur. Terrible, terrible busted card. Okay, Kirk Black, thank you so much for your super chat. Hopefully the fleshes will be reached. Eridor, the champion. This is a red 3 generic 3/3 insect mutant. Eridor, the champion, can't attack unless you control more lands than you. Well, that is very difficult to do because I am the only person who has lands more than me. But I also don't have more. I have equal. I will always have equal. I can never put more lands than I have. What the hell? I can't attack unless you control more lands than you. Yeah, it's a weird way of calling it, giving it defender. It's a weird way to name that. It's like, I don't want to be, it's like, okay, Eridor champion is like, I'm a champion, all right? I shouldn't have defender. Come on, remove the defender off of me. Give me a different title. And then the boss said, okay, we got you. You're not going to have defender anymore at the beginning of the month. You're going to have a new ability. Okay, what's my new ability? Eridor, you can't attack unless you control more lands than you. And then they're just like, took all the wind out of them. You have to be a fly on the wall. I know you. He gets mana screwed a lot. It also has double strike. Anyway, it's a fine defender. It's a fine defender. There's nothing illegal about this defender. You can defend like this. 3 mana defender with double strike. 3 power hot garbage. But it's doable. It's doable garbage. 100% doable. Steve Cooper. 3 more, you say. Alright, we're gonna do 3 more. Okay, Primal Cure. It is a green axe sorcery. Oh my god! Cascade, cascade, cascade. And you can do it for whatever the hell you want. You know, I never even finally X actually makes sense in a spell like this, and it really makes sense. Like, this actually is genius. Does Wizards have a single X mana cascade spell? I've never heard of that. Primal Cure deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. It's also possible for like 1 mana, you could get all your 0-drops out of your deck. You can just pay 1 green, and if you have like exactly 3 0-drops you want, you'd have it all into the battlefield immediately. The card to end all cards. Oh, wait a minute. This would be absolutely disgusting in 60 card Magic, because if you Primal Cure for 1, then you'll hit all the other Primal Cures. Or you'll hit at least 1 more Primal Cure, so you can like cascade 3 more times. But then you'll hit all the 0-drops. 1 mana, 3 times Rhinos. No! Is it, I think he just I think you can pay it for, oh yeah, no, you're right, it's 1. I think it meant X is 1. I don't think it works, but it will, but we'll hit all the 0 mana cards for sure. It will absolutely hit all the 0 mana cards. Well, what I'm implying is like, first you cascade for 5 or whatever. First cascade, let's say it hits Primal Cure, then it will cascade into 3 0-drops, and then the other 2 cascades from this Primal Cure resolve. Hopefully not hitting any more 0-drops because they've been taken out of the deck. Actually, I guess one problem is your first cascade could hit a 0-drop. That would really suck. 3 of any 0-mana card with suspend. Oh yeah, what am I thinking so small? You can get like Rhinos and stuff. Yeah, Crashing Footfalls. That's more than good enough. That's absolutely disgusting. Enemy spotted. That's just too busted. Not even close to fair. Oh my god, that is so crazy. You can't cascade for 5 with this. X is irrelevant to cascade. It just uses mana value. But that is the mana value. No, that is the mana value as you cast it. Mana value changes upon casting. It's just like Chalice of the Void. Chalice of the Void played on 0 is a 0 mana card on the stack. Chalice of the Void for 2, like, or spending 2 mana on it, then it's a 2 mana spell on the stack. So when you cast this, its mana value changes as you cast. I mean, there might be some wording about Cascade that I don't know about. Yeah, mana value on the stack always will include X. So when you use your X, you're changing the mana value. True story. Anyway, cool card. Very cool card. Busted as hell. Oh, wait a minute, it has more text on it. Primal Cure deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. What is going on here? It's just, it's beyond all sorts of broken. Okay. Next we got Crash. I need a Crash sound effect. Okay, it's a green 2 generic 5/5 demon. If Crash would enter the battlefield, sacrifice a creature or planeswalker instead. Now, if Crash would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. This is so okay. If it were enter the battlefield, what? I don't even get to keep it? This is crazy. Yeah, maybe it's Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot in 2024. I have a feeling. Okay, if Crash would enter the battlefield, sacrifice a creature or planeswalker instead. It sounds like I get nothing. If we put in the graveyard from anywhere, exile it. Even the Voices of Protection to push it. To push it where? They didn't protect this card at all. That first instead doesn't seem to work. I know. Yeah, it just never enters. If it would, you have to sacrifice. Well, what if we can't? So if we can't sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, do we get the card? So it just stays in hand. I just paid this 3 mana for nothing. Need an enchantment with a passive ability remover like Humility for this? I guess so. Yeah, you play Humility. You can play your Crash as a 1/1. Exile the Humility. Boom. You have a 5/5. Stays on the stack. Makes sense somewhat and balanced, so balanced. It just really doesn't want to be played. Yeah, it wants to sacrifice creatures or planeswalkers instead. Alright, this is just a stupid card. Not even doable. I don't even know if it's doable. The wording on it is just bizarrely stupid. How many cards was this? This was... I don't know how many cards. Okay, we're just gonna go to another one. Apostle of the Mouse. Ooh, we're gonna get sued. We're gonna get sued by Disney. Yeah, okay, we got a Human Knight. It's a 3/3 flyer. We're blending Magic the Gathering and Lorcan all of a sudden. Flying. When Apostle of the Mouse enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card for each creature card in their graveyard. Interesting. So this is almost like good mill tech. You mill them for a little bit, and then you ETB and make them discard their hand. So just Disney's employees? I suppose so. The animators are going on the attack. Really? Oh, it's definitely fair. There's nothing broken about this. Yeah. Oh my god, Universes Beyond Disney Edition. What are the odds of that happening? What, 0%? We have to be a little concerned about Lorcana because Disney has the intellectual property to everything. Like literally everything. They own so much. They can make Toy Story cards. Maybe they do already. I don't know. I don't follow Lorcana at all. They got Lilo and Stitch cards. Dimitri's like, I'm suddenly inspired to make a fun on Disney series. Well, we already have people that do that, but you're more than welcome to join the party. There's a lot of, we have quite a few people who enjoy making Disney custom cards. As long as Lorcana continues and Disney doesn't purchase Magic, I don't see it happening. That's correct. Oh god, is it possible that one day Hasbro gets bought out by Disney? Yeah, voted for Fly. Oh yeah, it's flying for some reason. For no reason at all. Print it! You can print it. Salty Raw, thank you so much for your super chat. I believe can't overrides can. That sounds like that sounds like something AI would say. So the AI has donated money to me, so we can look at one more card. The Koza Rust, the God Pharaoh. It is a green 2 generic 2/1 Cephalid Berserker. Cephalid and Berserker, you don't hear those creature types combined very often, or ever. Now, it's got first strike. The God Pharaoh can't be blocked by creatures with power 4 or greater. Pay a black, 3 generic. Exile 3 creature cards from your graveyard. Put all creature cards in your graveyard on the battlefield. Holy moly! That's strong. Put 3 creature exile 3 creatures. So basically, exile 3 creatures, like, bring the rest back. Yeah, mass reanimation. Put all creature cards. No, but it's only our graveyard. This would be so good in a black-green deck, too. Like, they've got, you know, Stitcher Supplier, Mulch. I'm trying to think of like, all the green spells that basically, like, look at the top 5 cards of your library, put a land or a creature from among them into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. So basically just fuel your graveyard, and then you get the turn 3, Koza Rust the God Pharaoh out. Turn 4, activate. Just have to throw away 3 bad creatures. The Wedding or Zendikar has Golem. Just as walls, it turned with Bimina. Nantuko the Souls. It's not the Nantuko the Shade, it's Nantuko the Souls. And with that, I think, what do we give it a pass? Fail? I think we can give it a pass. We can pass that one. And that is it for today, people. Thank you so much for joining me for this AI show. It's always crazy days. The best shows are the AI shows. Remember, this is the last time we're actually doing this live on Wednesday. So from now on, AI-generated shows will be on Mondays, starting not this Monday, but the Monday after that. And then we'll rotate every second Monday. But thank you so much for showing up today. We do these shows 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you support with the super chats, or help other people be part of the show with theirs by super chatting for them. And thank you very much for being here. Your colorful existence. To be, you know, what would the show be without Toads, or Team, or Old Boy, or Tormus, Dark, Rosen, John, Matthias, Kano, 101, Arg, Ferginka, Oinky, Kirk, Sagacious, Steve Cooper, Mordrak, Alan, Bjorn, Toads, Gojo, Yolik, Sniper, Clutter, Justin, we got Jas, Dimitri, Kosaku, Blue Ash, we got Cole, because you guys are the crew. You know, we're family around here, so keep brewing up them coffees, my coffee crew, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.